When people talk about unusual zodiac signs, Capricorn rarely comes to mind. They are not flashy like Leo, chaotic like Gemini, or mysteriously intense like Scorpio. But here's the twist. Capricorn's uniqueness isn't loud, it isn't obvious, it's quiet, deep, and utterly disorienting. While the world chases instant gratification, Capricorn moves steadily. While everyone else is reacting, they are planning. While others are swept away by emotion, they stand firm, calculating, unshakable. They might seem ordinary on the surface, even a little serious, maybe a bit reserved, but that is exactly where their power lies. Beneath the calm, there's an ambition that doesn't announce itself, a strategy that no one sees coming, and a strength that surprises everyone around them. In this story, we're revealing the 5 reasons why Capricorn is one of the most unusual, fascinating, and unstoppable signs of the zodiac. Prepare yourself to see them in a way you never have before. First, silent ambition and unstoppable drive. Capricorn is like a mountain quietly growing in the distance. You might notice it from afar, but you only realize the scale when you get closer. They are not the type to brag about their plans or achievements. They do not need applause, likes, or validation. They work in silence, building step by step, layer by layer, until the foundation is so solid that no one can shake it. At first glance, a Capricorn might appear cautious, deliberate, even conservative. They observe, they calculate, they wait for the right moment. But make no mistake, beneath that composed exterior lies a force of determination so precise and relentless that it can leave others stunned. While others rush headlong into opportunities or chaos, Capricorn assesses, strategizes, and then acts with surgical precision. Their ambition is not flashy. It doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. You won't see them shouting from the rooftops or showing off their victories on social media. Instead, they let their results speak for themselves. The quietness, the patience, the calculated steps, this is their power. And when they finally make a move, the world takes notice because it happens exactly as they intended, leaving no room for doubt or error. Capricorns are not reckless dreamers. They are planners, visionaries with a blueprint for their lives that most people can't even imagine. They are willing to sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term success, which often makes them seem unusually disciplined, even obsessive to outsiders. But it's not obsession. It's clarity of purpose. They know exactly what they want, and every action, every decision, every delay is a step toward that goal. And here's the kicker that makes them truly rare. They can achieve incredible success without making anyone feel rushed, pressured, or manipulated. They don't need to demand attention. Their energy, their competence, their quiet certainty naturally draws people in. Others may wonder how someone can remain so calm, so focused, while achieving things that seem impossible. That's Capricorn magic, silent ambition that cannot be stopped once it decides on its path. Their patience is another weapon. Where others get frustrated, quit, or give up, Capricorn endures. They embrace the grind, the repetition, the hard, unglamorous work that everyone else avoids. They don't rush, because rushing invites mistakes. They don't complain, because complaining wastes energy. And when they reach the summit, the moment of recognition, of accomplishment, it is often so sudden, so perfectly executed, that it leaves everyone else in awe. But don't confuse patience with passivity. Capricorns are strategic predators in the world of ambition. They are always aware, always observing, always ready. And when the moment is right, they strike with precision. It is a quiet kind of power, but it is absolute and unyielding. Those who underestimate it often regret it later. This silent ambition shapes every area of a Capricorn's life: work, relationships, personal goals. They are relentless in building the life they want. And while they may appear calm or even detached on the surface, beneath that exterior lies a driving force that refuses to compromise on their vision. It's rare, it's subtle, and it's utterly captivating. Second, responsible, but with firm limits. Capricorns are reliable to the core. People trust them because they always follow through, no matter how challenging the situation. You can count on a Capricorn to be the one to step up, carry responsibility, and deliver results. They are dependable, organized, and incredibly practical. But here's the nuance that makes them so unusual. While they are dependable, they have boundaries that are fiercely non-negotiable. Capricorn's patience and sense of duty have limits. If someone crosses those lines, misuses their trust, or exploits their reliability, Capricorn doesn't explode in dramatic fashion. They withdraw, they disengage, and they silently enforce their boundaries. It is a quiet, unwavering firmness that communicates more than words ever could, and they feel no guilt in doing so. To them, endurance has its limit, and once that threshold is crossed, it's over. No reminders, no apologies, no second chances. This ability to combine dependability with uncompromising self-respect makes them rare. Others might expect Capricorns to be endlessly forgiving because of their reliable nature, but in reality, their loyalty is conditional on respect. They love deeply, support tirelessly, and work diligently, but those who abuse it are removed without hesitation. It's a balance few can understand, yet it's precisely what gives Capricorn such quiet power and mystique. Third, material pragmatism with deep principles. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the planet of structure, discipline, and responsibility. This connection manifests as a strong appreciation for tangible results and worldly success. They value quality, they cherish skill, and they take pride in doing things well. A Capricorn's life is often marked by a meticulous attention to detail, whether it's in their career, their home, or their personal appearance. They seek comfort, order, and beauty, but always with purpose, never for ostentation. But here's the fascinating contradiction. Beneath their pragmatic approach to the material world lies a soul with firm principles and a subtle spiritual awareness. Capricorns often feel deeply connected to ethical values, the rhythm of nature, or even universal laws. They may not discuss spirituality in abstract terms, but they live it through actions, decisions, and integrity. Their success is never empty. It is always guided by a personal moral compass. This combination, grounded materialism intertwined with principled awareness, is what sets them apart. A Capricorn can climb the ladder of success, amass wealth, and acquire tangible power, yet do it in a way that feels authentic, measured, and ethically sound. They enjoy the rewards of effort without losing themselves to superficiality. Few signs can navigate the physical and moral worlds with such balance, and that's what makes Capricorn intriguing, even enigmatic. Fourth, strategic stubbornness. If there's one word that defines Capricorn, it's steadfastness. They have an extraordinary ability to stick to their decisions, their methods, and their plans, even in the face of overwhelming evidence that an alternative might be easier or more popular. This is not ignorance, nor is it a lack of intelligence. They are highly observant, practical, and often wise beyond their years. Their stubbornness is a deliberate, conscious choice, rooted in conviction and experience. Capricorn's persistence isn't about proving others wrong. It's about proving to themselves that they can achieve what they set out to do, their way. Sometimes this stubbornness appears illogical. They might persist with a method or belief even when a more efficient solution is available, simply because they've invested their energy, their emotions, and their trust in it. I know it might not make sense, but this is how I do it, they say silently, and that's the end of the discussion. This trait makes them feel like immovable mountains. You can admire them, learn from them, even challenge them, but you cannot sway them easily. And while this can frustrate others, it is also the bedrock of their success. Their resistance to fleeting trends, impulsive decisions, and peer pressure ensures that their path is deliberate, secure, and enduring. Their stubbornness is not mere obstinacy. It is loyalty to their own vision, a commitment to authenticity, and a quiet safeguard against failure. Fifth, introverted social mastery. Capricorns often confuse people with their social presence. On first impression, they may appear reserved, cautious, or even shy. They cherish solitude, they value quiet reflection, and they need personal space to recharge. They can spend hours alone, reading, planning, or simply observing the world around them. Their privacy is sacred, and intrusion into it is met with immediate tension. Yet, when they are in the right environment, with the right people, Capricorn transforms. The once quiet observer becomes engaging, witty, and unexpectedly magnetic. They are not the flamboyant life of the party, but they possess a charisma that draws others in subtly yet powerfully. A dry, perfectly timed comment from a Capricorn can leave a room laughing, or their calm, authoritative presence can command respect effortlessly. This duality, introverted yet socially compelling, makes them unpredictable and fascinating. They choose when to appear, how to engage, and who to allow into their circle. Their energy is regulated with precision. When it's time to shine, they do so fully. When it's time to withdraw, they do so silently, without guilt, without explanation. It is this rhythm between presence and absence that adds layers to their personality, creating intrigue and admiration in equal measure. Capricorn's rarity lies not in noise or theatrics, but in depth, consistency, and quiet influence. They attract without demanding attention, surprise without theatrics, and inspire without preaching. They are complex, strategic, loyal, disciplined, and deeply principled. They are a paradox of restraint and power, calculation and intuition, ambition and ethical grounding. If you have a Capricorn in your life, watch closely. Listen beyond the calm, observe beyond the seriousness, and pay attention to the subtle yet unwavering energy that guides every action, every decision, every achievement. Beneath the composed exterior lies a mind that plans decades ahead, a heart that values loyalty and respect, and a soul that balances worldly success with unshakable principles. In a world obsessed with chaos, instant gratification, and noise, Capricorn's quiet persistence, strategic mind, and ethical resolve make them unforgettable. They are not loud, not flamboyant, not demanding. They do not need to shout to be noticed. Yet, once you understand them, once you witness their methodical, relentless, and deeply principled approach to life, you realize this. Capricorn is rare, not because they are obvious, but because their depth, intelligence, and unwavering ambition leave a mark that lasts forever. They are mountains standing firm in the shifting sands of life. They are rivers flowing patiently toward their destination. They are silent architects of reality, building empires, lives, and legacies without fanfare or applause. And that is why Capricorn is not just unusual. They are unforgettable, quietly extraordinary, and profoundly unique. So next time you meet a Capricorn, pay attention. Look beyond the seriousness, beyond the patience, beyond the calm. There is a fire beneath, a mind calculating, a heart loyal, and a soul unshakable. Their rarity is subtle, yet powerful. Their presence is understated, yet commanding. And their impact? Indelible. Capricorn doesn't need to be understood. They don't seek validation. They simply live, act, and achieve, at their own pace, by their own rules, and with their own unwavering determination. And in a world that is always changing, always loud, always chaotic, that is what makes them truly extraordinary.